All right, welcome to day 5. This is my motivational rant. We are live here on Instagram and Facebook. Hope you're doing well, guys. This is also being recorded for my podcast, The Hidden Why. Guys, today's motivational rant is a continuation from the previous 4 mornings this week, and we're talking about the 30-day Miracle Morning Challenge, which was introduced to the world by Hal Elrod. He'll be an upcoming guest on The Hidden Why as well, so I'm really looking forward to my interview with Hal at some stage in the near future. And we've gone over his acronym for his morning routine, which is SAVERS. So each letter represents something that we can do in the morning to help improve our performance and overall effectiveness each day, and therefore the results, the rewards, our happiness, our overall well-being that eventuates from how well we perform each day as well, I believe. So each letter represents something that we do. S was for silence, which was referring to just calming the mind, meditation, mindfulness, things like that. A was for affirmations. B was for visualizations. E was for exercise. So we talked about this yesterday. I hope you've all gotten out there and done your exercises for this morning. For the morning, certainly for me, the thing that I love to do the most in the morning is swim. At this stage, anyway. I used to do a fair bit of yoga in the mornings. I also like to run in the mornings as well. But any sort of form of exercise. Hope you've done it. Hope you've given it a crack this morning. And the next one is R, and then we've got one more after this as well. So R is for reading. Now, they talk about it in this book that I'm reading, which is a adaptation of Hal Elrod's Miracle Morning book for real estate agents. And they're talking about R for reading, and reading only, really. I believe any really good, positive, educational, growth attributing activity in the morning can actually benefit you. It doesn't just have to be reading. I actually don't often read in the morning. Sometimes in the past I have, sometimes I still get a chance to maybe read a few pages. But what I really like doing while I'm exercising or in the morning is listening to a podcast or an audiobook. So again, I guess listening to an audiobook is much like reading, but podcasts are a great way to get started as well. For me, reading has a number of elements that benefits us. Number one, it's education, it's growth. The more you can learn, the more you can understand, the more you are aware, the better you're going to be able to perform at what you do. You're going to have more confidence, more knowledge, and that's going to help you in no matter what you do in life. The other thing that reading can help you, it can help inspire you, it can help lift you up, it can help motivate you. Certainly listening to books for me and listening to podcasts in the morning is a great way just to get some knowledge, some inspiration, some positivity going, and really set your mindset good for the day as well. So there's just a few reasons why reading, I believe, are really fundamental. This has been one activity that has changed my life dramatically. And when I started my podcast, Hidden Why, a few years ago, I actually started a segment on there, which was my book reflections. And that was really my challenge to sort of encourage and force myself to read a book a week, which I've been doing consistently since then. And every week on the Hidden Why podcast, I review a book. So that was just one way for me to read more. I already had started my reading habit, and certainly it's brought me a long way. I really feel the benefits of reading, and I think it has a dramatic impact on anyone's life. You know, if you can just read, as they describe in this book, like 10 to 15 pages a day for the course of a year, that could be 20, personal development books or 200-page books every year you're reading. Imagine how that could change your life. Some people have said that, reading a book a week or every 2 weeks is equivalent over the course of a few years to a university degree. I mean, really what you're doing is you're tapping into someone's knowledge and experience. So someone that has maybe mastered or been performing in their art, their practice for 10 years, 20 years, whatever it might be. Some of the books that you're reading are by experts, that have been doing it for 50 years. And they're actually then putting it into a 200-page book, putting the best of their mind into a 200-page book, so you can then take that away. There's a number of books you can read. I don't think it really matters what you read, as long as you're reading. I think it really stimulates the mind and gets you in that right mindset again. For me, I love nonfiction, but for you, it could be a mix of fiction and nonfiction. It could be biographies. It could be personal development stuff. It could be inspirational stories. It doesn't matter what you're reading. Just read, and read every morning. And really, when you think about it, 10 minutes a day is not a lot to have some really good input. And if you can factor that into your mornings, great. If you can listen to an audiobook, fantastic. I've got a deal with Audible. Just a quick plug, but Audible allows you to get 2 free books when you sign up using the link on my website at thehiddenwhy.com. And that's a great way to consume more good content. So it's about consuming the right content and trying to shut out that shit that we so often tune into, the news. I switched off the TV and the news a long time ago, and that certainly allowed me to do more reading, which is much more beneficial than watching the news, I can tell you now. That's my thoughts anyway. That's my motivational rant, guys. I hope you enjoyed this short segment. Let me know what you think. You can leave your comments below on Facebook or Instagram, wherever you're watching this. If you're listening to the podcast, jump online to thehiddenwhy.com. I've also got a Facebook page there. You can connect with me and leave your comments there as well. Thanks, guys, for tuning in. Hope you're well. Cheers. You.